You caught me. I don't know about you, but when I read a book, I love to get characters from the story or some kind of stuffy to read with me and cozy on a couch, you know? I mean, who wants to be just sitting there at a desk chair? No, 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 not me. I like to be comfortable. Well, I'm going to give you a guess at what book we're going to read today. Does she look familiar? Golden curly hair. And who do we have here? Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and wee baby bear. Do you know what story this is? I bet you do. This, I'm going to put my little friend here. Do you know her name? Shout it out. Come on, come on. I know you know it. That's right, Goldilocks. I'm going to put Goldilocks right over here so she can hear the story too. This is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And this particular version was retold and illustrated by James Marshall. And it was a Caldecott Honor book. That means it got an award. You know that if it got an award, it's got to be good, right? All right, well, let's get into this story. And then later in the week, we're going to do a cute activity to go with it. So join me now. Once there was a little girl called Goldilocks. What a sweet child, said someone new in town. That's what you think, said a neighbor. One morning, Goldilocks' mother sent her to buy muffins in the next village. You must promise not to take the shortcut through the forest, she said. I've heard that bears live there. I promise, said Goldilocks. But to tell the truth, Goldilocks was one of those naughty little girls who do exactly as they please. Shortcut. Danger. Very risky. Not a good idea. Turn back now. Go the other way. Will she listen to her mother? Let's find out. Meanwhile, in a clearing deeper inside the forest, in a charming house all their own, a family of brown bears was sitting down to breakfast. Well, let's see. There's Papa Bear, there's Mama Bear, and there's wee baby bear. What are they doing? That's right. They're sitting down to a breakfast of porridge. That's kind of like an oatmeal. Some kind of hot cereal. Patilly! Cried big old Papa Bear. This porridge is scalding! I've burned my tongue! I'm dying! Cried Baby Bear. Now really, said Mama Bear, who was of medium size, that's quite enough. I know, said Papa Bear. Why don't we go for a spin while the porridge is cooling? Excellent, said Mama Bear. So they got on their rusty old bicycle and off they went. Tra-la-la-la-la. Well, that's a nice family outing, going for a bike ride. A few minutes later, Goldilocks arrived at the bear's house. She walked right in without even bothering to knock. On the dining room table were 3 inviting bowls of porridge. I don't mind if I do, said Goldilocks, helping herself to the biggest bowl. Could you imagine walking into somebody's house uninvited and then just eating their food? Oh my goodness, what was she thinking? But the porridge in the biggest bowl was much too hot. Patilly! Cried Goldilocks, and she spat it out. Next she tasted the porridge in the medium-sized bowl, but that porridge was much too cold. Woo-hoo! Then Goldilocks tasted the porridge in the little bowl, and it was just right. Neither too hot nor too cold. In fact, she liked it so much that she gobbled it all up. Yum, 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 yum. Look at the mess she made. Feeling full and satisfied, Goldilocks thought it would be great fun to have a look around. Right away, she noticed a lot of coarse brown fur everywhere. They must have kitties, she said. In the parlor, there were 3 chairs. I don't mind if I do, she said, climbing into the biggest one. But the biggest chair was much too hard, and she just couldn't get comfortable. Oh my goodness. Next, she sat in the medium-sized chair, but that chair was much too soft, and she thought she might never get out of it. Have you ever sat in a chair or on a couch and you sunk so deep inside? Then Goldilocks sat in the little chair, and that was just right. Neither too hard nor too soft. In fact, she liked it so much that she rocked and rocked until the chair fell completely to pieces. Look at this, she broke the baby bear's chair. Oh my goodness. Now all that rocking left Goldilocks quite tuckered out. I could take a little snooze, she said, so she went to look for a comfy place to nap. Upstairs there were 3 beds. I don't mind if I do, said Goldilocks, and she got into the biggest one. But the head of the biggest bed was much too high. Well, this just won't do. Next she tried the medium-sized bed, but the head of that bed was much too low. Then Goldilocks tried the little bed, and it was just right. Soon she was all nice and cozy and sound asleep. She did not hear the bears come home. The 3 bears were mighty hungry, but when they went in for breakfast, they could scarcely believe their eyes. "Somebody's been in my porridge," said Papa Bear. "Somebody's been in my porridge," said Mama Bear. "Somebody's been in my porridge," said Baby Bear, "and eaten it all up." Oh, goodness. In the parlor, the 3 bears were in for another little surprise. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said Papa Bear. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said Baby Bear, "and broken it to smithereens." Do Mama and Papa Bear look happy? What about Baby Bear? He looks sad. The 3 bears went upstairs on tiptoe, not knowing what they would discover. At first, everything seemed fine, but then Papa Bear lay down on his big brass bed. "Somebody's been lying in my bed," he cried, and he was not amused. "Egads!" cried Mama Bear. "Somebody's been lying in my bed." "Look!" cried Baby Bear. "Somebody's been lying in my bed and she's still there!" Oh my. How does Goldilocks look right now? "Now see here!" roared Papa Bear. Goldilocks woke up with a start, and her eyes nearly popped out of her head. But before the bears could demand a proper explanation, Goldilocks was out of bed, out the window, and on her way home. "Who was that little girl?" asked Baby Bear. "I have no idea," said Mama Bear, "but I hope we will never see her again." And you know what? They never did. I hope Goldilocks learned her lesson. Can you believe how rude she was in this story? How she just waltzed in to someone's house that she didn't know, broke things, ruined things, messed up the whole place, and had no regard for anyone else. Your manners are deplorable, Miss Goldilocks. I know, I'm so ashamed. Well, that may be, but I know we all enjoy the story Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, no matter who's telling it. So if you enjoyed this, please share with others. Let them know that this is a great channel for read alouds every week and for other fun activities. And come back later in the week. We are going to be doing an activity related to this story. So I will see you soon. It's Mimi signing off. Bye-bye.